Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Acupuncture is My Life. Now, in this episode, due to many individuals contacting Acupuncture is My Life with regard to symptoms I discussed in the last episode, symptoms such as rapid weight gain, throat tightness, frequent bathroom visits, heaviness of the legs, and hair loss on the lower legs. There are quite a few individuals that expressed that they were experiencing those symptoms. And most of them were not in the United States. There were quite a few in Europe, Japan, and Nigeria. And I think we had one or two from Colombia. But what happens here was, one, I referred some of them to some of my global colleagues in the Acupuncture is My Life network, and also made recommendations that they see a heart specialist, such as a cardiologist, as well. Doesn't hurt to be safe, check on both sides. And so I decided, this episode, I'll continue that discussion. Because there's so many surprising signs and symptoms, indicators that there are problems with your heart that many, many individuals are unaware of. And it's part of why I'm constantly saying, see a physician on an annual basis and make regular wellness visits throughout the year with an acupuncturist. Now, another sign can be, have you ever noticed swelling of your ankles or your feet? Well, for one, this can be a sign of fluid retention, or it usually is, and it can be due to heart issues. Another can be, let's say, breaking out into cold sweats. Do you ever experience cold sweats all of a sudden? Now, this can be a sign that you're having a heart attack. And I know some of you may feel, well, I don't experience any chest pain when that happened. Doesn't matter. You have to seek medical attention immediately if you find yourself breaking out into cold sweats. Go to emergency care just to be sure. Your heart is nothing to play with. And then see an acupuncturist afterwards. What could be another sign? I would say, have you ever felt nauseous? Just boom, all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. Now that can be a sign of a heart attack as well, along with vomiting and sickness. And again, you don't need to experience chest pain. If you're suddenly feeling nauseous or start vomiting and feeling very sick, again, seek emergency care. And afterwards, see an acupuncturist. This is important. Very important. Because as an acupuncturist myself, I understand that health as well. Totally understand that the wealth, it's not in the bank. It's not in the safe. It's not in the stock market. It's not in your purse. It's not in your pocket. It's not under the mattress. It's not in the shoebox in the closet. And it's not under the doghouse in the backyard. The wealth is in you. And to nurture this wealth, it's best that you see an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits. It is. Now, you want to know another sign for you men of heart problems? Erectile dysfunction. Because erectile dysfunction can be caused by blocked arteries. So don't be ashamed. I mean, acupuncture treats that. See an acupuncturist if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction. Don't try and hide it. Hope for the best. Take drugs that temporarily resolve the matter, but places an undue amount of pressure on your heart. See an acupuncturist. What about, let's say, an irregular heartbeat? Do you experience that? That should definitely be a cause for concern. And there are individuals that message Acupuncture's My Life on the app. And if you don't already have the app, download it. It's free. There's so much you can learn about acupuncture and the various disorders in which it treats, as well as watch the Acupuncture's My Life YouTube channel and more. But if you're experiencing irregular heartbeat, and I've had this discussion with individuals on the app, and I strongly recommended that they see a cardiologist and then go see an acupuncturist. Definitely see a heart specialist if you're that concerned. Because irregular heartbeat is nothing to play with. Especially, let's say you're relaxed. You can simply just be lying in a bed, you're really relaxed, but you notice irregular heartbeat. That is enough cause to say it must be addressed, as well as you should be seeing an acupuncturist on a regular basis. Even heart flutter. Because heart flutter is a sign of atrial fibrillation. And that puts you at a super increased risk of having a stroke. You notice this, again, maybe visit a cardiologist. No, I wouldn't say maybe, visit a cardiologist or bring it up with your physician on your annual visit, but definitely see an acupuncturist. Because atrial fibrillation is nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. And I've said in past podcasts, even if you're experiencing, let's say, sudden pain in your arm or your shoulder. Now, this can be a sign of heart disease. Now, if the pain is sharp, this can be an indicator of heart attack. Some individuals will try and shrug it off, do some shoulder rotation, whatever, and say, it'll pass. No. This must be addressed. And these are signs that are telling you should be seeing an acupuncturist for regular wellness visits. What about when you attempt to exercise? Do you find it extremely exhausting? You feel super exhausted once you're done. Now this can be a sign of a congenital heart defect that hasn't been diagnosed. And many individuals around the planet experience some of these symptoms and just brush it off. No, this is not something to play with. You know what? If you're operating a vehicle right now, do me a favor. Pull it over to the side of the road. And if you're crossing the street, hurry up and safely get across the street. If you're carrying or lifting something heavy, take a moment and rest it down. I need everyone in a relaxed state right now. because I need you to close your eyes. And I need you to say to yourself, acupuncture is my life. And now open it. Boom. You are now brand new. And brand new you are. Now, another sign of heart issues is like, I would say, chronic fatigue. Just constantly feeling tired. This can be a sign of heart failure. If you're questioning fatigue, see an acupuncturist. And if you need to be referred to a cardiologist, you would be. But constant fatigue, always feeling tired, is nothing to play with. That's not normal. What about if you're feeling forgetful a lot or confused? This is an indicator of the changes in the levels of chemical elements in your blood, which is a sign of heart disease. Because there have been patients who have walked into the Acupuncture is My Life clinic here in New York City, complaining of confusion, forgetfulness, received a treatment but was sent to one of the cardiologists in our network. The heart is nothing to play with. It's a major organ that's keeping you alive 24 hours a day. Keeping you alive. Do you experience, let's say, what's another one? I would say abdominal pain. Do you experience abdominal pain even or especially when you're exercising? This can be a sign that you're developing heart disease. And these are all symptoms, but both in the last episode as well as this, many individuals have no clue that these are potential indicators of heart disease. And this is why you have the Acupuncture is My Life podcast. It's all about awareness. Which is why I'm constantly saying make acupuncture a part of your life. Because acupuncture is my life. What's yours?